Coach Billeter and Coach Krauth will both speak at the podium, and then we'll break away for one-on-one interviews. TV, feel free to use the suites for the one-on-one interviews if you want. First up will be Coach Krauth. He's entering his 34th season leading Augustana, and he's the program's all-time winningest coach. Ashlyn Duffy was named the NSIC South Division Preseason Player of the Year and is one of 12 returning players to this year's squad, along with Lauren Sees. The Vikings open the season just a few blocks away on November 11th at the Sioux Falls Tip-Off over at the Stewart Center. The home debut will be November 19th as Augustana hosts Briarcliff inside the Elman Center. Coach Krauth, welcome to the podium.
Thanks, Ryan. As Ryan mentioned, we've got a couple of key players returning for us this year. Ashlyn Duffy was picked as the preseason player of the year in the South. Lauren Sees, I think Lauren led us in scoring. Actually, her and Ashlyn were very close last year. But those two players have really accumulated a lot of games and playing time under their belts over their 5-year careers, I guess, at this point. So we're going to look to those two to be our go-tos, I think, at a lot of time. But we also have the capability, and I think the players, to stretch that out a little bit and have some balance in our lineup. So I've been very encouraged with our early practices. I think our depth will be, if we keep people healthy, of course, will be an important factor for us. I just feel when I look at us now, we sort of have two players at about every spot. And some years, or maybe even most years, I felt like maybe we were a little shorthanded at this position or another. So we're going to have a team that at this point, I feel can be a deep team. We'll probably do similar things to what we've done in past years, where we'll try to put some pressure on teams and do some trapping and pressing and that type of thing, and run and shoot to three and yet get better at all the little things that make for winners. The league, I think the women's league in the Northern Sun is a little bit unique in that it is extremely balanced top to bottom. By the end of the year, and of course we play a 22-game conference schedule, which is probably about as long or as many conference games as you'll see in any conference around the country. So we've got that to deal with. It's a long haul, and so you got to be ready early, and you've got to play well late. And if you have dips like we did last year, started off 0-5, and that really puts the monkey on your back, because one, it almost eliminates the NCAA tournament unless you win the conference tournament and get into that. But I think our league will be deep again, and where whoever is maybe at the bottom is going to be very capable of beating the top team. So it keeps for interest, and but it's challenging for the players and the coaches week in and week out. And we get going. We start with Wayne, but it's only a little more than a couple weeks away, and we're into conference action. Whereas most leagues, again, it gets more towards the holidays before you start seeing that. So I'm encouraged with the way things have gone, and I'm optimistic about what this team can do. And so now let's just knock on wood and keep your fingers crossed that we do the things I think we're capable of doing. Thank you.
Coach Billeter, through 19 seasons at Augustana, is the all-time winningest coach in Viking men's basketball history and the reigning NSIC Coach of the Year. He will see his new-look squad in an official game action for the first time November 11th and 12th as part of the Central Region Challenge in Kansas City. And then the Vikings make their home debut, or not their home debut, their Sioux Falls debut inside the Sanford Pentagon on Friday, November 18th with an 11 a.m. tip-off. So if you like Friday hoops at 11 a.m., that's the place to be against South Dakota Mines. Coach Billeter, welcome.
Thanks, Ryan. My idea for that 11 a.m. tip-off was mimosas and Bloody Marys. If you want to have brunch at the Pentagon and be there by 11, that'd be great, but that didn't go very far. Want to thank Ryan for doing this. Great idea with the Chick-fil-A to get everybody here. Smart. Really quick learner. I want to thank my staff, Casey and Cody over there. Hopefully get a chance to say hi to them. And then we have a new GA, Devin Whitelow, who I know, Matt, you'll remember, and I think you guys remember, he was the point guard the last 5 years at Winona. You know, he was always a pain in our butt, so I figured we'd hire him. And get him on our team for a couple years, and he's doing a great job for us. I know that can't wait for you guys. Ryan Miller's our student athlete, and Laura, I wish you and Dave all the luck in the world, but he's got a really interesting story. He'll be a fun interview for you guys. Grad transfer, NAIA, All-American, NAIA academic All-American. Pretty neat story, doing a great job. We're funny. We're new. I can't say we're young. Ryan's, 30, going on 31, owns his own farm, married, 7 kids. No, but Ryan's old. Jaden Graves, we think he's 21 or 22. We don't even know. He's 3 years junior college due to his COVID year. And obviously Isaac Fink is back, who did have a knee surgery June 17th, but has worked his tail off, and no one's done a better job of getting back faster. So my perimeter is experienced, just not here. But you can work with that. Front line, Okoye's had a really good fall. Eric Tiedman is back for about his 100th year, it seems like. And so, we've got some experience back there helping teach a very young front line that's really talented. So we've had a blast. I was telling Matt earlier, last year was people management. We had all these old guys. We just didn't want their bones to break and wanted to be sure they could play into March, which they did a great job of doing. This year we're teaching. I mean, it's basketball, and we got a lot to learn. But they're catching on quickly, and it's been a lot of fun. As far as our league, I think it's always a toss-up. I think the North is really strong this year. I think the South is very, very competitive and the parity, but I think Duluth is legit top 5, 10 team in the country. They're picked 7th early, but they're deserving. They got everybody back from a very good team. I think Northern is going to be very, very good, and Moorhead, the team that we played in the tournament, that was a heck of a basketball team, and they've got those guys back with a new coach, but a coach that had been there and knows the system. So should be exciting. Again, can't thank you guys enough for being here. It means a lot. Appreciate your help, and really any help we can get with those games. 11 a.m. When we are in the Pentagon, not the weekend before, but the weekend of the 17th, 18th. Any help we can get letting the word out there, we'd appreciate very much.